I can feel it when you walk, even when you talk, it takes over, just like candy. What? Oh my, bro, why you ain't? Oh my goodness, bro, what are y'all doing, folks? Oh, come on, you got me. Oh my, why y'all didn't tell me we live? The cat. Hey. Hey, my fault, y'all. Come on, what's wrong with my voice? Yo, this is Hot Dimes TV, where we bringing that fire and we keeping it 100. I'm sorry about that. Y'all weren't supposed to see all that. They ain't even let me know that we was live. What's wrong with y'all? Come on, G. I'm not paying y'all for nothing. You got them seeing me listening to my, that's my personal time. Come on, we professional with it today. Y'all see the, I can't show y'all the writing because I write like a doctor, so I'm a lefty too, y'all. I'm not letting y'all see my handwriting. But hey, this is Hot Dimes TV, like I said, where we bringing that fire and we keeping it 100. This is episode 3. Yes, sir. I miss y'all. I ain't seen y'all since last week. It wasn't that long, but hey, in the intros, I like to, just give a little quick encouraging message or something, even personal, because I didn't even really feel like doing this podcast today, man. I'm really, life is lifing right now. I'm telling you, I'm annoyed. I'm having some stuff that's going on. You feel me? Just like everybody else got stuff going on. But I said, one thing I'm going to try my best to do is stay consistent, G. But it's really hard when you got stuff that you can't control. It's just annoying. You feel me? Like, you ever just feel like you just doing so much right, and no matter what you do, it don't matter because the stuff just keep happening. Like, anyways, I'm doing a podcast. I'm here. That was my quick little, message. But I just want to let y'all know I miss y'all. I'm here. Appreciate the support that y'all been giving me so far, and we just gonna keep going up. You feel me? So we gonna jump right into it. Y'all see, I got my paper and stuff today, like the professionals do it. You feel me? The professional. So I got my little paper. I got my little jacket on. You feel me? Hey, don't talk about my hat either. I know somebody gonna be like, bro, why you keep wearing that same hat? Like, you a bum. You ain't got no other hats. Hey, this my favorite hat. Ever since they won the championship, this my favorite hat. It kind of go fly with this too, don't it? You feel me? It kind of, what y'all think? It kind of matched this a little bit. Yeah, I think so. I think it matches. So if I want to wear this hat for every episode, that's what I'm going to do. Because it's my hat. Like Lil Wayne said, whatever is in my cup, it's my cup. Don't worry about what's in my cup. You feel me? So I'm going to wear this hat. Matter of fact, I should just wear it for the rest of the year. That's what I want to do. Because I know somebody probably saying that, like, bro, why you got this hat on, bro? Like, bro, wear something else. No, I don't want to wear nothing else, G. This is what I want to do. We going to jump right into it, though, man. You feel me? We going to jump right into it. I just want to let y'all know a little breakdown of how I'm going to be doing stuff going forward a little bit. So, like I told y'all, on Tuesdays, I'm coming with the episode. We're going to do a recap of the Sunday games, and we're going to do a recap of Monday. And then another thing that I want to incorporate, it ain't going to be too much, but like Wednesdays or Thursdays, what I would do is just drop like a video. It won't be no more than like 10 minutes, and we'll break down, like talk about Thursday games. So I'm going to give that its own separate segment where I break down Thursday games and give my prediction on that. And then speaking of predictions, I told y'all boy, I'm 4 for 4 on the podcast right now, and I'm 3 for 3 with the Packer picks. Wait. No, 4 for 4 now because of last week. But I ain't gonna lie, if I would have had some of the other ones that I wanted to do, I would have been wrong. But it don't matter because it wasn't on camera. But going forward, I'm gonna do my prediction. So what I'm gonna do is, of course, I'm gonna do Packer games because that's my, I feel me? I say, what? You feel me? That's my team. So I'm gonna do Packer games. I'm gonna do America's Game of the Week. That's normally like 3:30 Central. Time for me. I'm gonna do Sunday night games, I'm gonna do Monday night game, and then Thursday. So that's 5 games. And that video I'm gonna drop on Fridays because I gotta see who playing. I got to do research so I get my prediction. You feel me? I can't just make predictions on Tuesday and then all of a sudden the quarterback get hurt. Like, that ain't fair. You feel me? I'm trying to keep my streak high as it can be. So I just have to throw that out there. Let's jump right into it, because this week was strange in the NFL, y'all. This was a strange week in the NFL. We had a lot going on. We had a lot of games where you didn't expect the score to be that way or a team to be in it. But, hey, it's the NFL. It happens. I'm going to get into that later, too, because some of y'all really pissing me off with some of the stuff y'all be saying. But it's cool, though. Matter of fact, let's take it back a little bit. Miami. Shout out to that boy Tua. I'm happy he healthy. I'm happy, you know what I'm saying, he got all activities of his limb. Everything is good. Because it's no way he should have been in that game, Miami. It's no way. It's no way he should have been in that game, bro. What was y'all doing? You see what I'm saying? Like, why was he in that game for that to even happen, bro? Y'all knew that man shouldn't have been playing. He probably knew himself that he wasn't, he shouldn't have been in there, but he still played because that's what they do. He a player, he a dog. That's what they want to do. You got to sometimes hold players back from themselves. That's the coach job. That's the team, them doctors, everybody. That's their job, and they fail. But I'm happy he good. But we gonna jump right into it. What I got on the paper first? What I got on the What I got? Bills and the Ravens. That game, y'all. That game was good. It was lower scoring than I expected. What was the score of that game? It was lower than I expected, though. I'm going to be honest. Now I can't find the game. Okay, 23-20. I picked the Bills to win that game, but I said the score was going to be along the lines of 38. I think I said, what did I say? I said 38-35 or like 41-38. I was not expecting the game to be defensive because the Ravens have been having some trouble with their secondary. But then I know they've been putting points up. So I'm like, this is going to be a shootout. But as you can see, that didn't happen. It was a great game. I think the biggest thing, of course, that you can allude to that messed up the Ravens was Lamar throwing that interception late in that game. That was a dagger. And then Josh Allen, he did what he did. They went on. They got the victory. So that put the Bills at what? Aren't they? I think they're 3-1. Yeah, 3-1. Ravens 2-2. Ravens getting some tough breaks. They played Miami. They had that game in the bag. I didn't watch the Bills Ravens full game. I caught the end of it, and then I watched some of the highlights. So it looked like they had that game in the bag too, but they ended up not being able to, unfortunately, get that W, man. Shout out to Lamar. Shout out to Josh Allen, who I think both of them, and then with Jalen Hurts, are the top 3 MVP candidates. I ain't even had that written down, but that just came to my head. Like, Lamar Jackson, I'm trying to do it in order. I want to put Hurts second, but I might throw Allen. I might throw Josh Allen second. I'll put Lamar first, Josh Allen second, and Jalen Hurts third for my top 3 MVP candidate votes. That's a hot take. First hot take of the episode right there. Let me know how you feel about that, man. Those are my 3 candidates. Let me know if you feel like somebody else should be in there, or you disagree, or you agree. Hey, let me know. Let me know. You know what else threw me off about Sunday? So I wake up, and I'm like, that's a little fantasy alert. I gotta have a fantasy alerts on. I wake up like, bro, why is it a game on right now? Why is it a game on right? I didn't even know that they had a London game this past Sunday. I thought it was messed up. Good thing I had my lineup set up the night before for fantasy, because that threw me off. And that was a good game. Saints and the Vikings. The Saints were without Jameis Winston, Michael Thomas, and I think Kamara. I don't know if Alvin Kamara played. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was Mark Ingram. I don't think it was Alvin Kamara. That was a good game, y'all. I'm going to be honest. Of course I want the Vikings to lose because I'm a Packer fan. If you're a fan of any team, and whenever another team in your division plays, you want them to lose. You're not a real fan if you don't. I want them to lose every single game they play somebody else. Of course I know it's not going to happen, but I want them to lose. and that game came down to the wire. No, I don't think y'all understand. I think if I'm understanding or remembering this correctly, the Saints had a last drive. They get all the way down the field. The kicker, I think, had just made a crazy kick the drive before or something like that. I think he made like a 61-yard field goal. And then he turned around and they had him do another one that was far. It hit the field goal post, y'all. Check this out. It hit the field goal post, bounces off the field goal post, and then hits the left field goal post. It then drops to the ground. Oh my goodness. I would have been so mad. Normally it hit the, when you got a kick and it's far, it'll hit that bottom long part. And then it bounce over or bounce backwards. The fact that it hit it and went up to the left and bounced back, that was a dagger. Because you saw the Saints, they were all doing this because they thought it was good. And then all of a sudden he missed. Like, oh, that was a killer. Oh my gosh, that was a killer, y'all. That was a killer. It was a great game, though. The London games, I know a lot of people don't like them because it's so early for us. And it's just another way where people can probably get injured. You traveling. It's a shorter week. You don't know if you want to travel to get there earlier. You don't know if you want to get there later. So it's a lot that goes into it. But we know they're doing it for money. That's what they're doing. And they're trying to expand just outside of America, which I'm not mad at that. Like I always say, get your money. Push the business forward. Do whatever you got to do. But those London games be early. That game came on at 8:30 a.m. 8:30 a.m., y'all. And speaking of London games, my Packers go be in a London game next week playing the Giants. So it's like, I got to wake up super, super early to catch that game. That's crazy. I got crust in my eyes trying to watch the game. Come on, man. And let's just jump right into my Packers because I got a lot that I want to say concerning the Packers. And it's going to tie into some other stuff that I got. I got to get my paper for this. You feel me? I got to get my paper for this. So you got the Packers and the Patriots. I'm going to be honest with you. Of course, I'm going to spend a little bit of time here because I keep telling y'all that, they are my team. So if I spend a little bit more time there, that's why. Don't give me a hard time. If you don't want to watch it, just skip it a couple minutes. But if you really rock with me, you wouldn't do that. Just listen to what I got to say. You feel me? Listen to what I got to say. So, that game, I did not expect it to be that good. I did not expect that game to be that good. I thought, honestly, that the Packers would win by at least 2 touchdowns. First of all, they're already without their starting quarterback, Mac Jones. That's first of all. Second of all, Packers were at home. Third of all, then the backup quarterback who stepped in for Mac Jones, he got hurt. So now they're on their third string quarterback. But you know what I love? This is the point that I'm trying to, is going to tie into some of the stuff I got to say later. In the NFL, it's literally any given Sunday. Any given Sunday, somebody can win. They professionals. That game was a great example, and in some other games too, was a great example of it don't matter who you face. You can be the big dog. They can be the underdog. You can be at home. They can have all the odds stacked up against them. They get paid just like you get paid. Of course, they might not have some of the talent on the other side of the ball that you have, but they're still professionals. So you never apologize for winning. I think I was watching one of the halftime shows. One of the guys said, he was like, I'm sorry, but of course it's not always pretty. But you'll never apologize for a W. At the end of the day, a lot of people ripping on Green Bay, but they still got the W. That's what I'm not understanding. Like, what are y'all not getting about that? The Packers are not even in full form yet, and they're still 3-1. Let me say that again. They're not in full form, and they're still 3-1. Are you happy with the way some of the stuff going? Maybe not. But check this out. I'm a believer, and I've been saying this since the season started. And one of my guys told me that he don't even agree. It might be sooner. But I had the Packers winning, or not winning. I had them being like in full form by like week 8. So I think we're in week 4, going on week 5 of the NFL coming up. Week 5. So I think they're gonna be in full form in another 3-4 weeks. So with that being said, with that expectation and them already still being 3-1, with the first loss being versus a division opponent on the road, and it was week 1, how can you be mad right now? It's like people focus on the negative more than the positives. I'm not letting them off the hook. I'm just saying, I'm just speaking facts. It's Hot Dimes TV. We gonna keep it 100, and we gonna bring that fire. I keep saying it backwards, but hey, I can say it how I want to. So anyways, you have the receivers who are young. Of course, Devontae's missing, and they killing me. The media, can y'all stop putting up Devontae highlights and or not like stats and making that, even with the Chiefs, like they gonna just drill that to the end of the season with Tyreek Hill and Devontae, but that's neither here or there. You got 2 rookie receivers. You got Christian Watson, who people don't realize he hasn't been able to play because the preseason he got hurt, and then he came back and played like a game or two, and then he got hurt again. So we haven't even seen him at his best, and that's really like the speed, the deep threat. You can see they bring him on a lot of those motion and sweep plays. He got that speed for real. They just trying to get the ball in his hands by any means necessary, which I love. And then you got Sammy Watkins, who we know is just like boom or bust. But I'm impressed with the Packers. I'm about to throw out a stat that most people probably don't even know. The Packers receivers, or the Packers in general, lead the league in yak. You know how we love that yak. For anybody who don't know what yak mean, that's yards after catch. So, and they got some good teams on there. It had I think the Cardinals, the Chiefs, the Bills, and then there's one more team. So when the receivers are getting the ball, they're making plays, even on those short plays, on those check downs, on those screens. They doing what they got to do. And shout out to this man, Romeo Dobbs. Hey, this man, Romeo Dobbs, is looking like he the truth. He the truth. This is a 4th round receiver. That Christian Watson injury, of course, you never want nobody to get hurt, stuff like that, nothing like that. But it was a blessing in disguise for him because he was able to step up and play more and got more snaps because due to Watson being out. So that helped him out tremendously. They kept saying all offseason that he had a great training camp, and we seen it pay off. He came up big last week in a big game versus the number 1 defense, probably, even though they just got 31 dropped on them. We're going to talk about them. The number 1 defense, which that being the Buccaneers or the Bills. I think those are like the top 2 probably best defense. And he had 8 catches, 73 yards, caught his first touchdown. And then in that Packer game, you saw Rodgers going to him late, 3rd down, when they need a big play. Who they going to? They going to Romeo. In that last play, oh my, that was a dime by Aaron. And that stupid little rule with it got to come down to the ground. I already knew it wasn't a catch. I was so mad because I didn't see it like live. But when they showed the replay, that killed me. That really, 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 really killed me because that sucked. But then he made up for it because I think in overtime he had like the back shoulder fade, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. It might have been before that. But anyways, I know he was making some big plays, and Aaron already, and he said it after the game. He said, hey, if I didn't trust him or I didn't think he was like that good and things of that nature, I wouldn't be going to him. Every time he needed a big play, that's who they were going to. So shout out to him. So I just had to throw that out there because winning is never easy. It's literally any given Sunday. That's going to take me right into my next point. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Jaguars. Most people thought that was going to be a blowout, but that wasn't the case. If I'm not mistaken, Doug Peterson is their coach on the Jaguars, right? So you know, there's some history there with Philly and whatnot. And the Jaguars, actually, I can't believe I'm about to say this. They not that bad, bro. I think they sit at 2-2. They played a great game versus the Eagles on Sunday, and most people thought that was going to be a blowout. But that wasn't a blowout. Philly ended up winning. What was the final score? 29-21? And they were at Philly. So that's an impressive. You know, they don't like to say, I was going to say that was an impressive victory. Yeah, it was for the Eagles. It was an impressive victory. And you don't want to do like morale victories, but the Jaguars are really good. But what I wanted to say was that was a great victory because Jalen Hurts didn't necessarily play his best, but they still won. That's sometimes the beauty in winning, and that's what makes a great and a good football team. When you can find a way to win, when you're not playing the best, when your best players are not playing, or you got injuries, and you still find a way to get the job done. Because it's any given Sunday, like I said earlier, they get paid just like you get paid. So I hate people trying to bash teams for winning. It ain't the prettiest. It ain't gonna happen. Everybody can't blow somebody out every week, but they got the job done. That's all that matters. What else I want to talk about? The Rams and the Niners game last night. The Rams, y'all, they kind of looking like, first of all, their offensive line, I don't know what's going on with their O-line. I think Stafford got sacked like 7 times last night. I don't even think Jimmy G got sacked once. And then it don't look like nobody else can catch a ball besides Cooper Kupp. Every play, Cooper Kupp. Literally, every play is Cooper Kupp. Like, it's insane to me how this man always find a way to get the ball. They lost last night to Jimmy G and the Niners, which is really kind of not a surprise, though, because as far as regular season goes, the Niners been killing the Rams, which was good for the Rams to win last year in that NFC Championship game. But it just seemed like it's a matchup disaster for them in the regular season. They cannot beat them boys. So shout out to Jimmy G. Let's sit right there a little bit. Shout out to Jimmy G for getting that dub. And could you imagine what the Niners would be if they didn't have Jimmy G? Just sit on that for a moment. That got to be the most like weirdest, craziest things like that happened for the Niners. And they talked about it last night where they were saying how Jimmy G handled himself is crazy. Shout out to Jimmy G. He handled it literally like a professional. They did not want this man. They drafted that man basically saying you were replaceable. Literally. And then the offseason, nobody picks up Jimmy G. Now, I'm going to tell you right here, I am not going to sit here and act like I don't think Jimmy G trash, bro. I don't know where that comes from. He not like a Patrick, Aaron, Josh Allen, but the man does win. Like we it's something that you should know right now that Jimmy G, he literally do get the job done. He all you need. I just don't when people don't take it a step further and say he better than some of those other people that I just named, but he does get the job done. And the Niners really lucky that they kept that man or end up working out the way it did. It has so far because they still going to be a team where it's like with that defense, with him at quarterback, they still going to make noise. And shout out to that boy that they got at safety. I do not know his name. I don't want to butcher his name, I should say. That man is a beast. That man is a beast. That pick 6 he got, that was straight IQ. That was straight like, I've been studying y'all. Like, I've been in the film. Like, no. Pick 6 took it right to the crib. Easy pick 6. It's like he was the receiver. So, shout out to them boys, man. That was a good game, and that was amazing. And since we're talking about Jimmy G and, like, the type of quarterback situation, this is why it's important, y'all, to have great backups or good backups because shout out to that boy Cooper Rush. We know Dallas fans be forcing it. Y'all really do be taking it too far. But Cooper Kupp, I said Cooper Kupp, my fault. Cooper Rush, that's on my little side note. Cooper Rush is amazing in what he's doing right now with getting these victories. He just keep getting it done. He literally just keep getting it done, bro. Like, I think he led them to 3 straight victories. It's crazy to me. So shout out to him, man. I'm happy for, always like an underdog story. I always like somebody when they, people rooting against them when it just look like they don't got a chance. And he just been doing what he got to do for Dallas. So shout out to Dallas Cowboys, man. I know y'all excited, but the thing is, they said Dak might be back. They say he's trying to play this week. Who does Dallas play this week? I could promise you they said that he's trying to make an attempt to come back and play this week. Let me see who Dallas play. They play the Rams. Is that the game of the week? That might be the game of the week. I think that's the game of the week, or the Eagles and the Cardinals is the game of the week. But anyway, shout out to Cooper Rush. And for people who saying they should keep him in the game, that's not happening, bro. They got Dak Prescott. They giving him all that money. When he's ready to play, he going back on the field. It's not even a question, bro. It's something I missed over that I want to go back to and give a shout out. Shout out to Philly for still being, I think, the only undefeated team still. Yeah, they're the. Am I right? I think they're the only. Yeah, it was only one left, and it's Philly. So shout out to Philly. They getting it done. Whether or not people want to say they playing competition or they schedule being easy, okay, whatever you feel, whatever how you want to word that, that's fine too. I will be the first to admit, I'm not saying that they playing the best of the best, but they're playing what's in front of them. And like I always say, if they was losing these games, y'all be bashing them. If Philly was 4-0 instead of being 0-4, y'all would be bashing them. So put some respect on their name, bro. Put some respect on their name. They had a great offseason. Jalen Hurts, that's all he keep doing is ascending. Shout out to him, man. Stop hating on him. Another little side note. The Vegas Raiders, y'all finally got y'all first W. Y'all finally got y'all first W, and it came against a division opponent. They played the Broncos, right? I want to say they played the Broncos. Why is people call? My phone just buzzing right now. Sorry if I keep looking down. My phone is just doing numbers right now. Where are the Raiders? Yeah, versus the Broncos. So they got their first victory. Shout out to the Raiders. Shout out to my boy Devontae. I still don't think they're making the playoffs. After they lost last week 0-3 in that division, and they play the Chiefs next week. And I think it's a Monday night game. They're not winning that. I can't see it. They play them next Monday, right? I think the Chiefs. Yeah, I think it's the Chiefs and the Raiders. Yep, Monday Night Football. They're not winning that game, bro. So they're gonna be 1-4. Like, I don't understand. Even though I'm already giving you all that prediction early, they're not winning that game. I can't see it happening. But shout out to them for winning. Speaking of the Chiefs, that boy Mahomes. Yeah. He was on that when he went to Raymond James Stadium. Sheesh, they came out the gate. First of all, that fumble killed the Buccaneers. That fumble killed them. He fumbled on the first drive, the kickoff. That man fumbled the ball. And you already putting yourself at a disadvantage giving Mahomes that great of a field position. So it's basically like they got the ball first and they got the ball at halftime. That kind of was over from the start. It kind of reminded me of the Green Bay Buccaneers game from the week before, where you could have possibly saw the Buccaneers get blown out because the Packers went up 14-3. They scored 2 drives in a row, and then the third drive they're going to probably go up 21-3, 17-3 at the least. But then that fumble happened. So the Chiefs, it was the same thing. I was surprised that that the defense gave up 41 points. I knew the offense would get clicking, because they're at home. They got Julio back. They got Chris Godwin back. And they had got Mike Evans back. And to lose 2 games at home, that was kind of surprising, if I'm being honest. I'm still not writing them off. Of course, you got a couple people who say it's cause for concern, stuff like that. I still think they'll be okay. They'll get it together. They'll be fine. But that was a good win for. I knew it was going to be a good game because you had both teams lose the previous week. Both teams were 2-1. And then with the little rivalry, the little history with Mahomes versus Brady, and you had that last matchup we know didn't go well in the Super Bowl. So my homeboy had that on his mind. My homeboy had that on his mind. He a competitor just like Brady, so you could tell he was fired up. It was 14-3. You would have thought it was 41-3 the way he was on that sideline. But hey, shout out to them. I don't know who Tampa play next week. I didn't look yet, but we gonna see if they bounce back or not. Oh, what I want to say? I think this good. I think this was a good episode. Where we at? We 30 minutes in. Do I got anything else? Let me pull out my handy dandy paper. I don't think I really got nothing else. I said I went through the whole rundown, man. Like I said, if I had to put a title on week 4 of the NFL, I would say weird and wild, because it was crazy. We got some. Let's see some games that we got. Like I said, I'm gonna do a prediction. I'm gonna put a video out Friday. So some big games like Thursday. You got the Colts and the Broncos. You got, I already said, Cowboys and Rams. You got the Eagles and the Cardinals. And then Sunday night you got the Bengals and the Ravens. That's gonna be good. And then you have the Raiders and the Chiefs. That's gonna be another good game. And I can't wait, man. We just getting started. The NFL. It's already been good. It's been wild. It's been wild. It's been wild. So, hey, shout out to all the teams that won, man. If your team ain't doing good, just hang in there. Have a little bit more faith, man. If your team ain't doing good, it's not over. It ain't the end of the road. I'm pretty confident with my team, what we looking like right now. You know what I'm saying? We at 3-1. We sitting pretty. You know what I'm saying? We going to London next week. Well, I ain't going to London. They going to London next week. And they better show out and represent, too. I don't care who out there. Represent like y'all playing back in Lambeau. Should I keep this part in here? I don't know. Y'all might not even want to hear that. But I don't care, because this is Hot Dimes TV, where we bringing that fire and we keeping it 100, man. I see y'all boys. I was going to say next week, but like I told y'all going to see a little bit more of me. So I'm going to see y'all 2 more times this week with my predictions on Friday for week 5. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the Thursday night game. So this your boy Tez. Y'all have a great one. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay blessed.